Local News. My name is Casey, and today I am joined in studio with Susan from Long Beach Animal Care Services. Last time you were with us, Susan, you brought in two adorable dogs, Cherry and Oso. Can you tell us how they're doing now?
Absolutely. We have really good news to share for both of those dogs. Cherry got adopted the very next weekend at an adoption event. And Oso was with us a little longer. He was actually at my house. I fostered him temporarily. And then he went with an amazing Husky rescue that pulled him, all joy for paws. He went to an amazing home in Tucson yesterday, actually. So he has 4 Husky siblings now.
Oh, that's a lot of Huskies.
A lot of Huskies.
Love fur. We're so glad we're able to help them find their forever homes. And today we have...
Thank you enough. Thank you.
Today we have a new Husky, and her name is Savannah. Can you tell us about Savannah?
Sure. So Savannah is about 2 years old. So she's a young female. If you can get her to look towards you, she has a blue eye and a kind of a hazel brown eye. She's beautiful. She definitely has very high energy. She's a young girl, but she listens really well. She calms down nicely. She loves people. She'll actually stand up and hug and give kisses. So with someone that has breed experience and a little bit of time and devotion, this would be a phenomenal dog.
She's very affectionate.
She's very affectionate.
She loves love. Oh, hi.
She was so quiet before the period.
I know, she was doing so well. She just wants to show off for the camera.
She does.
Are you a star? Yeah.
She's a bit of an extrovert.
So Huskies are a very furry breed and very high maintenance breed. If someone is looking to adopt a Husky, what advice would you give them?
You just need to have a very active lifestyle. These are dogs that, if you think were bred to travel a tremendous number of miles, and they're up for adventure. So if you hike, if you camp, if you bike, if you run, if you're just kind of a longer distance walker, they're wonderful. If you're a little bit more of a couch potato, or are gone for 8-10 hours a day, this is a little bit of a harder breed. But they're devoted, and they're really wonderful dogs.
Yeah, she's very sweet. She's already given all of us here in the studio hugs. I will definitely need to use a lint roller later. But
get ready for the fur.
Yeah, get ready for the fur, but Huskies are great dogs. Now, over the weekend, hi. Oh, are you showing off for us now? Okay. Over the weekend, we had an earthquake, and I know my dogs were pretty freaked out. And that sort of emergency, how can we best protect our pets?
Absolutely. So whether it's a flood or a fire or an earthquake, disaster preparedness for pets is pretty much the same. So I think the most important thing is if it's not safe for you to be at your house, do not leave your pets. You must take them with you. You just don't know what's going to happen with that emergency. You want to make sure they have a collar with ID, not just a rabies tag, but your name, your address, your phone number information. You want to make sure they're current on vaccines. So a lot of shelters and hotels, if you did have to evacuate, they're going to require proof of vaccination. So that's really important, as is having pet carriers. So obviously if you have a big dog like this, a leash, harness, important. But if you have, say, 4 cats, make sure you don't just have one cat carrier. Really important that you have an emergency plan and even emergency provisions for them. So bowls, extra food, if they're on medication, really important that you have that with you as well. She's a ham, isn't she?
What about, I personally have one of those little decals on my window that says, I have 2 dogs.
Absolutely.
This is their names in case of emergency. Please save them.
So that's really important if you have just like an individual fire or something, not as much as, because again, if you're evacuating, you need to take your pets with you.
Yes.
But if there were a fire or something local to your neighborhood, it's always really important because what's that telling? That's telling first responders that you have pets there and that they need to check on them.
Well, thank you so much for coming again. We're glad to have you.
Thank you for having us.
We're glad to have Savannah, and hopefully we can help her find a forever home. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Be sure to follow us over this weekend. We will be at the Long Beach Grand Prix. My name's Casey Wilson. Have a great weekend.